What should now be clear is that our people and our allies will not be safe until ISIL is destroyed, not just degraded, but destroyed, not eventually, but as soon as possible.
That was Vietnam veteran and U.S. Senator John McCain, blasting President Obama's strategy to defeat the Islamic State. The speech on the Senate floor came less than 24 hours after the president defended his approach and shared one reason why he does not want to change.
And maybe part of the reason is because every few months I go to Walter Reed. And I see a 25-year-old kid who's paralyzed or has lost his limbs. And some of those are people I've ordered into battle. And so I can't afford to play some of the political games that others may. Folks want to pop off and have opinions about what they think they would do. Present a specific plan.
Pete Hegseth is a Fox News contributor, an Iraq and Afghanistan war veteran and CEO of Concerned Veterans for America. And Sergeant Robert Bartlett is an Iraq war veteran who spent 4.5 years recovering at Walter Reed after his Humvee was hit by an IED. Thank you both so much for being here. Pete, you say you found those comments infuriating. Why?
I heard from a lot of other vets, too. Listen, the vets will take tough missions. They'll deal with difficult circumstances, but they don't want to be pitied or used as an excuse for inaction or weakness. And he literally stepped back and basically said, because we might face casualties, because it might be difficult, I'm not willing to do what is necessary to defeat this vicious, vicious enemy. I'm not going to speak for Sergeant Bartlett, but I served with a lot of other guys that left a lot on the battlefield. They did it because they believed in what they were fighting for, and they believed in the freedom we have. They knew it could cost them everything up to and including their life, and they don't want their commander-in-chief standing up and saying, well, don't send us because we might be harmed. They will do whatever they need to do to win, and right now their commander-in-chief is throwing them under the bus.
Sergeant, you were injured in just a terrible way fighting over in Iraq. You were cut in half from the left corner of your temple. It broke your body. You had third-degree burns on your face and your hands, 4.5 years of surgeries at Walter Reed. Do you understand that the president was trying to say he's the one who has to give the order for guys like you to go fight, and he's the one who has to look you in the eye and explain why he did it?
Yeah, the reality is he doesn't live in the reality. He's not living what is true. The truth is that ISIL and Islamic terrorists want to kill us. The military trains to fight these people. I signed up and know what I was going into. I went into this war knowing what I was going to get into, that I may get injured, that I may not come home alive, and to me, I was built for it. I wish I was there right now. It was the best thing I ever did in my life.
Really?
So we need to get politicians, yes, we need to get politicians out of the way, let the generals and the subject matter experts who fight the wars and get what we need and what we ask for when we ask for it. Get out of the way, let us win the war, and quit playing politics. That's what happened in Vietnam, Korea, and end this war. Politics keep getting people killed.
The thing is, Pete, the president continues to suggest that his policy is working and that those who want to pop off with these alternate demands don't know what they're talking about. In response to which, John McCain, in that speech he gave today, said, for example, he said, were these people popping off? And here's just an example of some of those sound bites that Senator McCain referenced today. Watch.
I think it's now crystal clear to us that our strategy, our policy vis-a-vis ISIS is not working, and it's time to look at something else.
I've never been more concerned. I read the intelligence faithfully. ISIL is not contained. ISIL is expanding.
We are not only failing, we are in fact losing this war.
Your thoughts?
Those things with heavy hearts. I mean, it's not as if people want to send men off to war for the sake of going off to war. I mean, was Winston Churchill popping off? Was John F. Kennedy popping off when he said we'd pay any price and bear any burden? This is about understanding the gravity of the threat we face, being smart about how you approach it, but then not treating your troops like victims, which is exactly what you heard off the lips of our commander-in-chief, as if in Iraq and elsewhere we've just been victims of reckless foreign policy. No, maybe we believed in what we were fighting for, and maybe we understood more than most Americans that that radical Islamists are coming for us, and either we defeat them there or come for us in Paris and the United States. That's a pretty serious thing. I don't think Barack Obama understands.
Well, that's the question, Sergeant, is, you know, we may be looking at casualties if we send men and women to fight, and we may be looking at them if we don't.
That's our job. Casualties happen. That's a reality. We have to we accept that we raised our right hands knowing that. We swore to protect this nation, the people of this nation, and the Constitution of the United States. And we will spend our lives doing it. I held that oath. I'm going to continue to hold that oath. I'm going to announce when things and policies are bad whenever I'm given the shot, and I just appreciate you giving me the shot now.
We are the ones who appreciate you.
Amen.
And your father's service in Vietnam and your grandfather's service in World War II, as so many of our military members come from long lines of proud military families. Thank you for giving us your time tonight, you guys, and for your service.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.